Hi guys, it's Matt here again from the Forex Coach. Today we're going to do another video update regarding the day trading signal. So this is update video number 2. It's the 1st of June 2017. We're doing this video update every single month, possibly twice monthly, so mid-month and then at the end of the month, just to track the progress of the day trading signal, the service that we offer any retail traders to follow our trade setups. So we're going to look at it every month, see how it's performing. It's all open, honest, all the accounts and figures are tracked and verified, so you can see how it's performing and see whether it's something that would be suitable for yourself. So if we look at the FX Blue account, this is a Forex verification tracking account. So basically you can sign up your account to this and you can track it. Now the last time we looked at it was around the 25th of May, somewhere around here. We'd had this really good run when we initially set up the signal. We then had a bit of a flat period. We've started to pull out of it now. We've started to have a couple more gains. So overall, for the first month, we've had a closing profit of £3,174. So that is closed profit, GB pounds. That is completely closed, and that is based on our initial starting capital, which I think was sort of 19,000, something like that. You can do the maths. But the balance at the moment is £21,693. As I've previously alluded to, we are looking to grow this account from under the £20,000 mark. We're going to take this account up to £200,000, and then we're going to do some other fun stuff with some of the money along the way, and give updates on that and what you can do. So it's a real account, as you can see here. It's verified. It's literally just been updated. So we have had growth since our last update. As I say, from the 25th, we were sitting somewhere around 2,600, I think, when I've done the video. We've now grown up to 3,100. You can see our win rate is about 79%, which is pretty high, pretty good. It's the strategy that we're trading. It's not always the most profitable strategy, having a higher win rate. Sometimes you can have a lower win rate, i.e. 50% win rate, and have a bigger risk to reward. But I think for signal service, bearing in mind that you've got retail traders, new traders, from a psychological perspective, winning a lot more trades than you're losing makes you feel a lot better about the whole thing. So possibly you are sacrificing some of your return, but we can do some statistics at a later date on that. But I think overall it's a much better method and much better way of running this account and this signal service. Profit factor is 2.9, so our profits compared to our losing trades are twice as much. This isn't necessarily a guide risk to reward ratio, because it doesn't take into account a winning trade where the stop was on a winning trade. At the moment we are battling with our risk to reward ratio. It isn't where it needs to be. We've had a few issues with how we've been exiting trades. We've been taking profits, but to be honest, we could have taken a lot more profits. We could probably be sitting up here really, getting on towards £4,000 if we could have got out of our exits on our trades a little bit better, and that is something I'm working on. I'm looking at developing and tweaking certain indicators so that when we do take profits, we can sort of maximise the runs that we're getting. Now, you can never get all of the move that we're looking to get, and it does depend on obviously what time frame you're trading on. So you guys won't necessarily know what move I'm expecting when I'm issuing a trade, and we've got a limit, because you haven't got a clue really what time frame we're taking on. I do give a bit more detail if you're actually a member of the service on that, but you won't know the exact figures. But what I'm doing is trying to maximise how much profits we can take. Now, as I say, we will never take all profits. You're never going to take the maximum amount you possibly can on a move, but we want to be getting sort of 80% of the move. Now at the moment we're probably getting maybe 60-70% of the move, so in some cases, you know, it means that we're missing out on anything between 20 pips to 80 pips of extra profit. So this is only going to be good for the signal service. It's only going to increase these figures, increase this overall profit. But as you can see at the moment, we're looking pretty strong. It's going quite well. As you've probably seen in the video updates, or if you are new to this, you can go on the website, which is theforexcoach.co.uk. Have a look at the day trading signal. There's a couple of videos, day trading signals here. There's a couple of videos on there that you can watch, and it will explain to you in a bit more detail. But most importantly, especially if you're new to trading, please go to the online course. Go to the basics of Forex. It's not going to cost you anything. They're all just free videos. There's 5 videos on here which will get you started with Forex, especially if you're new. Even if you're experienced trader, then just watch this video, which is to do with calculating risk. It explains more about the signal service, how we do our risk management with regards to the signal service, and what you should be looking at with regards to what pairs we trade and why we trade certain pairs and indices. Another good video, psychology of and risk management. Watch this video, it's really important, especially if you're new to trading. But just going back to the performance, you can see the different pairs that we're trading. You can see the number of trades that we're doing on each particular pair. So we've got obviously the popular ones, dollar CAD, dollar yen, euro dollar, oil. We've had a few trades on the yen. The Nikkei 225, so that's the Japanese indice, Japanese stock market. The JER 30, which is the DAX. One of the main German stock markets. So you can see on there we've obviously got the different trades and how we've been getting on with those. Our worst day was minus £745. Worst week was plus £125, so we haven't had a losing week. Worst month was obviously the month just gone, which we've gained £3,000. So as we establish, 6 months down the line, you're going to be able to read these figures a lot better. But we are, I think we're 19% up. I think that is the percentage up for the month, and that shows how well we are actually tracking on this account. So you can look at your balance, as I say, daily profit. So anything above the 0 lines means we've had a profit day. Anything below, so the worst day, £745. Was there, but all in all we've actually only had 2 losing days. We've had a 745, we've had a 201. Now this particular day shouldn't have been 745. If I remember rightly, I was slightly overexposed on a euro US dollar trade, which incidentally the next day we took a second entry on, hence why we had a gain the next day, and we actually gained a lot of our loss back on that trade, because I was slightly overexposed on it. We didn't obviously gain it all back, and there was a couple of other trades in there anyway. But yeah, 2 losing days since we started. Oh no, 3 losing days. Our first day of the signal was a loser. So 3 losing days, all in all, is pretty good considering how long we've been running this for. You can look at weeklies and monthlies, but that'd be more relevant once we've been going a bit longer. So, I mean, what we'll probably do is have a look in a bit more detail of some of these figures that you can get up on this analysis in a bit more detail in later videos and later profit updates. But you can look at your trade win percentage. As I say, it's been tracking pretty consistently, to be fair, around the sort of 80% mark. So we'll have to see how it stays. I mean, that is high, if I'm honest with you. I would be happy anywhere between 70 and 80, to be fair, but if that dropped down to here, it wouldn't concern me. Average trade duration, this is quite an important one actually, because I get quite a lot of questions regarding this. We've gone up a lot. We started off the month with a lot of market volatility, so we was getting in and out of a lot of trades. And we are a day trading service. However, we do obviously do a lot of intraday trades. Now, we're not just Forex either, I should point that out. As you can see here, we're trading some of the indices as well, which is probably why you've seen this go up, because especially with indice trading, you find that you are holding these trades a lot longer. Now we're still gaining profits, as you can see. We've had a nice bit of growth over the last week or so, but it's not been like what was happening here. This is when we had the volatility, so you know, we were only holding trades for you know, short periods of time at one point, you know, 16 hours, etc, etc, but we've gone right up. We're holding trades for a longer time now, so 83 hours, you know, what's that getting on for, just under 4 days. So yeah, we are holding trades a lot longer at the moment. It's just the nature of the market. This is going to go up and down, but this is the beauty, because you're following a human trader. You're not following a robot system. You're following a genuine professional trader, and you will find that we will adapt depending on obviously the market conditions that we've got. We've not got the volatility at the moment. We've not got the setups on the currencies. We've got more indice-based trades at the moment, which means we're still getting returns, but we're obviously holding these a lot longer. So yeah, it's interesting, obviously, this statistics, and if you don't do this on your own account, I do recommend it, because it's totally free. You can set up an account and, as I say, track. Even if you've got a demo account, it will let you track every single detail of your trading, and it will be able to tell you a lot of information. You can see the individual trades here and how many orders we've had, what our overall return is, whether we're losing overall, whether we were in profit on a particular pair, and how many winners we've had, how many losers, etc, etc. So you could identify if a particular pair isn't performing very well for you, and take them out of the equation. So just a couple of other things then. So if you're not sure and about what we're doing in that, just go to the Forex Coach Facebook page. There's a picture of me in my office, in my trading station, and you can sort of see who we are. You've got our company details on there. This is all relatively new. We've only been doing this Forex Signal for a month. We've only been doing the whole thing for a month. I've been trading for 7 years now, but full time for the last sort of 3 years. And I decided that, you know, I've gone from a job where a full-time job that was very well paid, which I've left to trade full-time because I can make more money doing that. And the difference is I'm at home, which is brilliant. It's a great work-life balance, obviously, because you've got your family around you and you've got that flexibility. But there is an element of being in business that you do miss. So for most people, if they do become a professional trader, you'll probably end up setting sidelines up. So I also do property as well, property investing. You will set up sidelines because you can't just sit in front of your screens all day trading for the rest of your life, because it's not really feasible. But one of the little projects that I'm doing, as I say, and one of the little businesses that I'm doing is this. And one of the other aspects of it, in my previous job, a lot of my role was involved in developing people and helping and supporting people. And effectively, that is what I'm doing here with a Forex Coach. I'm getting a lot of people contacting me. I'm giving a lot of people advice. It's amazing out there how many people are actually struggling trading, how many people are actually losing money, and we're helping people. And a lot of it's free, just through sort of chatting to them through Facebook and messages and that. So it's all genuine. You can look at the Facebook page. You've got comments on some of the posts where people have said, oh, it's a scam. And then you've got people saying, oh, no, it's not a scam. I'm a paying member. Have a read through it and make your own opinion up. I think personally, bearing in mind what I've seen out there, looking at the other people that are offering signal services, it is so clear that it is a scam if it is a scam. Some of these ones out there are offering £1,000, £500 a day profits, make 1,000 pips a month, all of these guarantees, which is a load of rubbish. If it sounds too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. We're being realistic here. If you go to the Psychology and Risk Management of Trading, we've done based on an average trader and what they would be trading, and looking at a realistic return of 5% a month. So we're giving you realistic figures. Now, we've just logged our first month at, let's work it out exactly. So let's just do £3,174 divided by 21,693 minus 3,174. So we started off with £18,519. 18,519, so 3,174 divided by 18,500 percentage. So we are 17% up for the month. Now, when I've done my video to give people a guide to trading and what they could expect, I haven't gone 17% a month. Now, I personally feel that with the trading signal, I believe, based on my past performance, that we could achieve an average by the end of the year of 10% return a month. Now, if you compound that and see how that grows in your account, which I've explained in this video, then you'll see what can happen. But I've based it on 5% a month, so I'm always being conservative because I want people to have totally realistic expectations, whereas a lot of the others out there are giving people totally unrealistic expectations. So make your own opinion, look at the Facebook page, look at the website, look at our company details. You can pick up the phone and call us. We have only got a mobile at the moment because I haven't got the business line connected. I do want a separate business line for this, but we've got the mobile available. You can contact us, you can email us. A lot of the other ones I've been looking at, the other signals, don't have any contact details other than email. You can't get an address, you can't get a phone number, you can't get any contact details. Very strange. It just says one thing to me, but I think you can make your own opinion up from it. We're charging a small amount for you to join our day trading signal. So you can click on the day trading signal. You can sign up at the bottom here just by clicking 1 month if you want. So 1 month, £29. After a few months, you might go, do you know what, I'm confident in these guys, I'm going to sign up for 12 months or 6 months. If you sign up for 12 months, it only works out £17 a month. Again, some of the other services I'm looking at are charging £150 a month. Now, there's one reason why they're charging that amount, and that's because their customers aren't coming back the next month. We're charging a low amount, £30 a month, which is pretty much costing us in advertising alone. So we're only break even. If someone joins us, we're break even at the first month. Now, if it was a scam and people weren't making money with us, then they're going to leave after the first month, which means the model, if it was a scam, would not work. And I'm only saying all this because, as I say, there are people accusing us of being it. There's a few people, because there are so many scams out there, and you do need to be careful. So it just wouldn't work. £29 a month, it wouldn't work. That's why they're charging £150, because it's costing them £30 to get the person to sign up. They're then making £120 profit out of that person, each person, and they're turning over people each month. So we're looking to build a community of members, which are going to stay. We've got a Facebook group set up where people can become, once they're members, they will be invited for the private Facebook group. They can chat amongst themselves. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you another update, a clear indication of what we're doing, how we're performing. £3,000 up on 18 grand starting capital, 17% up in under a month, I'd like to point out. Pretty good performance. Don't expect that all the time, but I think we can achieve 10%. Any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you. Happy trading.